Who said that adventuring to unknown places can be fun? While many countries come with their pleasant surprises, some countries have factors that just won't sit well with you, especially if you're picky. So, here are 20 countries you should avoid if the factors associated with them frustrate you. 20. Brazil's football fever. In Brazil, football isn't just a game, it's an all-consuming passion. This fervor reaches its peak during the World Cup when the nation collectively holds its breath. Imagine entire cities halting, businesses closing, and streets turning eerily silent as everyone tunes in to watch the matches. It's as if the country hits a pause on everyday life, prioritizing football above all else. For those who aren't football enthusiasts, this period can feel like a surreal, endless wait. Important plans postponed, critical appointments rescheduled. Everything bends around the game schedule, leaving non-fans with little to do but wait for the fever to pass. 19. Canada's obsession with apologies. Canada is known for its politeness, epitomized by the frequent use of the word sorry. Canadians apologize for almost anything, whether it's their fault or not. If someone accidentally bumps into a Canadian, they'll likely hear a quick, genuine sorry. This habit extends to everyday interruptions, where even a simple excuse me is paired with an earnest apology. While this excessive politeness can be charming, it might overwhelm those new to the culture, making them feel like they're swimming in a sea of constant, courteous contrition. 18. Australia's kangaroo invasions. Imagine that you're enjoying a serene morning in your backyard when, out of nowhere, a kangaroo vaults over your fence as if it were nothing. In Australia, such encounters are not just whimsical fantasies, but part of everyday life. These agile creatures, constantly in search of food or adventure, might turn any yard into their playground. The damage they cause can be surprising. Plants trampled, glass tables shattered, even windows smashed. If the thought of unexpected animal visitors makes you uneasy, Australia's wild and unpredictable nature might be more than you bargained for. 17. China's karaoke craze. China's got a love affair with karaoke, and it's out loud and proud. KTV, karaoke television spots are everywhere, and the singing doesn't stop even if it's deep into the night. And yes, they don't really care if you're their neighbor and are trying to get a good night's sleep. It's a favorite social pastime for all ages, from business meetings to family get-togethers. If you're not enthused by off-key serenades echoing until the late night hours, this might drive you a little insane. 16. Denmark and decoding. Hygge. Hygge is the secret to Danish coziness and comfort, but it's not just about lighting a few candles and having a comfy sofa. True hygiene involves a whole mindset and social vibe that's tough to crack. You will find yourself navigating this intricate web of unwritten rules just to fit in. It's like a cozy, warm puzzle, frustrating yet intriguing. But still, this won't be everybody's cup of tea. 15. France's complete August shutdown. France in August is like putting a stop to an entire country. Majorities head down to the coast or countryside, so cities become weirdly quiet. Shops, restaurants, and even some medical services are closed. If you find yourself in the city on a Sunday, be prepared for an eerie experience since hardly anything is open. It's rather lovely, really, but the gloomy feeling of being the last man or woman in a ghost town might not be what you're looking for if you're out on vacation. 14. Germany and its rules. Germans are sticklers for rules. Jaywalking seems almost illegal, even if you do it when no car is around. Punctuality? They can write the manual on that. This attention to detail is impressive and infuriating, mainly if you're used to a much more relaxed lifestyle. Even with the smallest of slip-ups, there's every chance that a local might give you some serious side-eye. 13. Greece and its relaxed punctuality. Right in contrast to Germany, in Greece, on time is a flexible concept. Greek time means showing up fashionably late is the norm. If you're a stickler for schedules, this can be maddening. Appointments and social events, more often than not, start an hour after the appointed time, which reflects the relaxed Greek way of life. Are you planning your day? Be prepared for a lot of waiting time between things, especially if you're always on time. 12. India's urban cow chaos. In India, sacred cows wander about, even along the crowded city streets. Traffic madness explodes on the roads as motorists steer around these holy cows, protected by law and custom. It's a sight to behold, but can be incredibly frustrating, especially during rush hours when these traffic obstructions can cause monumental delays. 11. Ireland's weather chaos. Ireland's weather is like a mood ring on overdrive. Sunshine, rain, hail. You can experience all 4 seasons in a single day. It's unpredictable, keeping both locals and visitors on their toes. In Ireland, you will always need to have layers and an umbrella close at hand because you never know when the weather will flip the script. And if you're someone who likes the weather to be predictable, you won't like being here for long. 10. Italy's expressive gestures. Italians speak with their hands as much as their mouths. These passionate gestures are part of everyday communication, each with its meaning. For first-timers, it can be a confusing dance of misunderstandings. Thus, it gives a lively flair to the conversations, and the learning of this hand language comes with some practice until one gets used to it. However, not everybody wants to learn a whole new way of communicating when they go somewhere, so you might end up feeling helpless. 9. Japan's packaging overload. Packaging in Japan is almost an art form. The most trivial of items is put together with such care and consideration, but with many layers. It's beautiful, yet it can be so maddening to the ones who care about the environment, and the amount of waste it generates can be a genuine concern, effectively making this cultural quirk a double-edged sword. 8. Mexico, being the spice central Mexican food, is not for the faint of heart. It's full of robust, spicy flavors. Chili pepper is added to almost anything from salsa to a main dish. It's pride, yet some have a painful, spicy ordeal when they consume such strong food. If you can't take the heat, then you definitely don't want to be in Mexico, because your gut will be having a terrible time throughout your stay. 7. The Netherlands bike overload. The Netherlands loves bikes, so much so that they outnumber people in cities like Amsterdam. It's a greenie's dream come true. Still, the streets and sidewalks are treacherous for pedestrians with bicycles everywhere, which is challenging to navigate, and the sheer number of cyclists can raise the occasional hair on the back of your neck. 6. New Zealand's sheep traffic. In New Zealand, sheep have more authority than humans, and you might just encounter a traffic jam caused by one of the woolly wanderers' flocks. It's a charming rural quirk, but it can be a frustrating delay if you're on a tight schedule. 5. Norway. Brown cheese mania. Norwegians adore brown cheese, called brunost. It's a sweet, caramelized whey cheese that's an acquired taste for many. It's everywhere: breakfast, lunch, and snacks. If you're not a fan, this ubiquitous cheese can become a source of culinary frustration. 4. Philippines karaoke obsession. Just like in China, in the Philippines, karaoke is life. Neighbors sing their hearts out even in the late hours while celebrating anything and everything. It is a cultural staple, but if you're looking for some peace, then it could be a noisy surprise. The non-stop singing can test your patience, especially when trying to sleep. 3. Russia's intense banyas. Russia's banya culture is hardcore. It's a very intense experience which includes saunas, cold plunges, and getting whipped with birch branches. This social ritual is practiced in many countries. For beginners, it can be quite a shock. 2. Saudi Arabia's prayer pauses. In Saudi Arabia, life pauses 5 times a day for prayer. Shops shut down, and everything comes to a halt. It's a religious practice deeply rooted in the culture, which may make planning your day around these prayer times an adjustment for those unaccustomed to routine interruptions. Planning your day really can take an adjustment when you are used to not having to worry about these things. 1. South Korea's metal chopsticks. Dining in South Korea involves mastering metal chopsticks. They're heavier and slipperier than their wooden counterparts, making them tricky for newbies. It's part of the culinary experience, but getting the hang of these utensils can be a slippery slope for unpracticed hands. Well, this was already the end of today's video. Let me know what things you despise most and to which country you shouldn't go. Here's another video about the same kind off topic. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.